This is part 2 of 3.3 linear word problems. Today we're going to solve some number problems. And just start off right with examples. So A, the difference of a number and 6 is 13. Find the number. So I read it, I understand it. What we're looking for is the number, let's name it. X is the number. Now, this one, and with most of these number problems, you don't have to rewrite it because it's already parsed down a lot. So we have the difference of. So whenever I see the difference of, I do put parentheses. So the difference of a number, which is x, and is where the operation goes. So since the word was difference, the operation will be minus 6 parentheses is 13. Now after I wrote this one, I notice I don't need those parentheses because there's nothing on that side with them. So I am going to erase them. I just get in the habit of always putting them so I don't forget them when I do need them. And then we just add 6 to both sides, and the number we're looking for is 19. B, the sum of twice a number and 7 is 15. Find the number. So again, I'm going to let x equal the number. And again, I don't have to rewrite it. We have the sum. Sum is just like that word difference. So I'm going to do a parenthesis of twice means 2 times a number, which was x, and gets replaced with the operation of the word. So since it was sum, it'll be plus 7, parenthesis, is means equal, 15. And yet again, I was overcautious, and those parentheses are not needed. Then we go through and solve this equation by subtracting 7 from both sides, getting 2x equals 8, dividing by 2 on both sides, getting x equals 4. So we get x equals 4 for part B. C, one number is 5 more than another. The sum of the numbers is 21. Find the numbers. So this one does get a little tricky. Well, I do have one number, so let's call that x is the number. And then, see, like I said, it is tricky, so I already made a little mistake. So let me erase that. Instead of starting with one number, I am going to start with another. I'm going to call that another x. So that's another number. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm not told anything about that. This first number, I'm told a little bit about it. And what I'm told about it is that it's 5 more than that. Well, 5 more than x is x plus 5. So that is the first number that we were talking about. So x plus 5 is 5 more than x. So it works. Now we have the sum of the numbers is 21. So I add these together, x plus 5 plus x, and that is 21. Combine like terms, we get 2x plus 5 equals 21. Subtract 5, no. We get 2x equals 16. Divide by 2, we get x equal to 8. Now, notice how I said find the numbers, plural. So this isn't our only answer. We also need the original number. So x plus 5, well, that's the same thing as 8 plus 5, which is 13. So the two numbers here are 8 and 13. D. The sum of two consecutive integers is 47. Find the numbers. Consecutive means one after the other. So I'm going to let my first integer be x. Then our second integer, well, what comes after x? That takes a little bit of thinking. Well, I know 3 comes after 2, as an example. 17 comes after 16, as another example. 74 comes after 73. Oh, those are all one more than the last one. So the second integer will be x plus 1. And we have the sum of these, so x plus 1 is 47. Combine like terms, 2x plus 1 equals 47. Subtract 1 from both sides, 2x equals 46. Divide by 2, and we get x equals 23. And yet again, because we were solving for two numbers, don't forget that the next one, which is x plus 1, would be 24. Now this is how you do it when you have consecutive integers. It's slightly different when you're talking about e. Which, let me add one more page so I have enough room. So for e, we're finding consecutive even integers with the word even added. Well, if you think about even integers, they go 2, 4, 6, 8. So how far apart are even integers? 2 apart. So that means if I let our first even integer be x, then our second even integer, because it's 2 away, that'll be x plus 2. And then our third even integer, well, it's 2 away from that. Well, that means I add another 2, so that would be x plus 2 plus 2, or x plus 4. Now, one comment I want to do before I continue solving this problem is odd integers are also 2 apart. It's not 2 apart because it's even, but 2 because it's 2 apart. So even odd, if you look at odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, even though they're odd, they still are 2 apart. So even if this said odd instead of even, we would set it up the same way. Now we have that their sum is 84. So we have, I might as well just go down to the next page. So we have x plus 2 plus x plus 4 equals, I already forgot the number, 84. Combine like terms, well, we have x, and x, so that's 3x. We have 2 and 4, which is 6, equals 84. Subtract 6 from both sides. Get 3x equals, I need to borrow, 14 minus 6 is 8, so 78. divide by 3. Let me do that. So 78 divided by 3. 3 goes into 7 twice. Carry down the 8. 3 goes into 18 6 times. And we get a remainder of 0. Good. So x equals 26. Which means the next one is 28. And the one after that is 30. And you could add them up just to confirm they add up to 84. And that's it for part 2 of section 3.3.